the stairs. Gabriel never remembered moving into the house. That was a strange thing. He remembered unpacking boxes. He remembered Victoria complaining about the cold kitchen. He remembered Charlie dropping a mug and swearing under his breath. But nobody remembered the move. Gabriel asked one evening, sitting beneath the yellow dining room light, "Do you remember signing anything?" Victoria frowned. "For what?" "The house." She laughed once. "We live here." "No, I mean before." Charlie looked up from his phone. "All right." Gabriel stared. There should have been memories. There were none. The house sat alone beyond rows of identical streets, old, narrow stairs, and every night around 2:17 a.m. Gabriel woke to a sound. Someone climbing stairs, slow, measured, but there was nobody upstairs. By the fourth night, curiosity outweighed fear. He opened his bedroom door. The staircase stood empty, yet he could still hear footsteps above him. Climbed, step, step, step. At the landing there was nothing. No movement, no doors open. Then he noticed a second staircase, small, hidden behind the linen cupboard. None of them had seen it before. Gabriel stood staring. It went upward into darkness. He turned and called, "Victoria." No answer. He checked her bedroom. Empty. Charlie's room. Empty. Everyone gone. Only silence. Then a voice upstairs, softly saying, "Come up." His own voice. Gabriel froze. Again. "Come up." He climbed. The stairs never ended. Minutes became hours. His legs burned. At the top, another version of the house. Same furniture, same layout, except photos lined the walls. Thousands. In every photo, Gabriel, standing in front of houses, different years, different clothes, always smiling, always with different people. But every face beside him had been scratched away. One photograph at the end showed him standing outside this exact house. Date on the corner, 2048. Written beneath, "Welcome back." Footsteps sounded behind him. He turned. Nothing. Then a whisper beside his ear. "You always forget before you move in." Nobody in the neighborhood had ever heard of Gabriel. The recording. Marissa bought the camcorder because it was cheap. Leon joked that old electronics carried ghosts. Nick said that was ridiculous. Celia said nothing. The camera looked ordinary. Black plastic, no branding. One tape inside. Blank. At least that's what they thought. Marissa pressed play. Static. Then footage appeared. Someone walking through woods, breathing hard. Timestamp read, June 16th, 2026. Today, person filming reached a clearing. There stood 4 people. Marissa, Leon, Nick, Celia. Exactly where they sat watching. Silent, staring at camera. Then the recording ended. Nobody laughed. Nick said, "That's edited." Marissa rewound, played again. Same thing. She zoomed in. Their faces looked wrong. Eyes slightly too deep. Expressions too flat. Then Leon noticed something. seen it before. Nobody spoke. Then, paused image blinked. Nick dropped the remote. The video resumed itself. The camera in the footage moved closer. Closer. Their recorded selves turned together and spoke in unison. Don't rewind. Black screen. Tape ejected itself. Marissa stared, slowly picked it up. New writing appeared. Marker pen, 3 words. Play again tomorrow. They threw the camera away. Next morning it sat on the table. It wound. Ready. New timestamp. June 17. Tomorrow. And in the thumbnail, there were only 3 people sitting on the sofa. Nobody could remember Leon. The Hollow Mile. Miles inherited a cottage from an aunt nobody mentioned. Remote, cold, no neighbours. Inside was a handwritten rule pinned to the wall. Do not walk the road after midnight. No explanation. Miles laughed. At 12:20 a.m. he left. The road stretched, empty under moonlight. Silent. No insects, no wind. After 10 minutes, a milestone. 1 mile. He continued 10 more minutes. Same milestone. 1 mile. He frowned, walked further. Again, 1 mile. His phone had no signal. Battery gone. Road unchanged. Then he heard footsteps behind him. He turned. Nobody. But fresh footprints appeared, one after another, walking toward him. Visible feet. Miles backed away. The footprints stopped. He whispered, "Hello." A voice answered, not ahead, not behind, inside his own mouth. His lips moved. "I wondered when you'd come back." Miles staggered. His body walked forward without him. His legs moved. His hands swung. He screamed. No sound came out. He watched himself continue down the road. The milestone appeared again. 0 miles. Then another. Oh. Something stepped out of the darkness. It looked exactly like Miles, except older, exhausted. Thousands of tiny cuts. The other Miles looked relieved. He handed over keys and whispered, "Your turn," then walked into the woods. Miles stood frozen, unable to stop moving, unable to turn around. The road stretched ahead, endless. The milestone slowly changed. 1 mile. 1 mile. 1 mile. Charlie's last question. Charlie found the file on his laptop. No download, no date, just answer me.txt. Inside was 1 sentence. What did you see before you were born? Charlie laughed. Typed. Nothing. Saved. Closed. 1 minute later, the file reopened. New text. Incorrect. Charlie frowned. Typed. I don't know. Save. Close. Again. Open. You remembered once. His screen went black. Reflection only. Then text appeared in white. Ask someone else. Charlie called Victoria. No answer. Gabriel. No answer. Nick. No answer. He messaged. Random question. What did you see before you were born? Lies came instantly. Victoria, the corridor. Gabriel, the corridor. Nick, the corridor. Charlie stared. Another message. Unknown sender. Callie. He hadn't spoken to Callie in years. Her message. Don't answer. It notices. Too late. A text appeared. Describe it. Charlie typed. What corridor? Immediately the room became silent. No electricity. No outside noise. His laptop camera switched on, showing him sitting, typing, except the video was delayed. Video Charlie looked up. Real Charlie hadn't. Video Charlie smiled and whispered,